It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Titans and the Rams, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The numbers for him from a week ago. 16 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing any.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Now, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And I like his honesty, because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say, that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won.
Yeah, what I loved about it is when he told us about the defense kind of corralling them in the locker room and said, all right, well, man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
Second and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Here's second and 9. They'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And taken right at the 35. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Titan football. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Barton is not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself in a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
It looked up and over the top to him. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there. Every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Williams again. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are on the board first on the road here in L.A. So the toss play effective. Even Down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Now Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he's going to have a Rams first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And just shutting him off there. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run here with Akers. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
At the Titans' 11-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll set up to throw. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And he will have a Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Rolling to his right. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Again to Henry. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are you going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so...
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14, Rams, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd and 8.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I can't believe it.
Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They've gone to the 2nd quarter now in Denver. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The Broncos have taken the early lead, and we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
On 3rd down, Henry running right through him. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 92 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads.
Yeah.
When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Rams' 39-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. But I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called, they are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll begin out west at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, and it's the Jaguars who are out in front. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there. From there, we head cross-country to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they trail in that one to the visiting Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Justin Fields, excellent in the win, as his guys up their mark to 11-4 now with one game to play. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And a big part of their success on the scoreboard is their success in the running game. Over 100 yards as a team in those first 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Rams, the rushing numbers tell a different story. They really couldn't get a whole lot going on the ground. And the evidence? The numbers. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Here we go.
Derrick Henry. Jordan Fuller there to take him down. You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And a big return. We'll get him all the way down to the 35. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
56, the mark. Check 56. I know he ain't got it.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Johnny Hekker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right? Minimizing
those and maximizing opportunities.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. On the move to his left. And he lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game, and when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm was just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Yeah, this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now the Rams offense getting the football back.
And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
On second down, it's Sermon.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the... Third down conversion.
That's good for the LA Rams. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mike's by 4. Here we go.
Here's Stafford.
Looking for Woods again, and he finds him.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
From the 50, it's Stafford. This one to the left to Higbee. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. Back now here on EA Sports. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, it's Stafford. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
This is caught. It's Woods. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Now it's Stafford. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Back to throw, Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. Wilson's got it complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll run. It's Henry. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he gets this up to the 24-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, He's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Max 50, Max 50. We got it. And Max 50, Max 50. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Max 50, Max 50. Let's go, D.
On the counter, it's Henry. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Max 50, Max 50. Watch this.
They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 26. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. From the 44, Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Max 54.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Rams are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
So time definitely not in their favor, down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Tennessee offense set to go again.
And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value.